Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. We are working on the LS again today. If you guys saw the last video, I was working on the rear subframe. Today is kind of going to be more of the same. As you guys know, it didn't go all that well before. We wasted a lot of time trying to get old bushings out. And then I have 3 of them in. I still need to get one of the shims out of the old bushings and then get that last one in there. I actually have one of the bushings that is halfway in there. It doesn't seem to want to go any further, which is not ideal. I have literally smacked the fuck out of it to try and get it in there, and it is not having a good time. So don't expect too much of today's video. It's not going to be anything exciting on the car. It is probably just going to be some bullshit on the subframe. But as you guys know, with building cars, there's going to be good days, there's going to be bad days, and that's just how it goes. I feel like I would be doing it wrong if I only posted the good days, or like the things that we do that are exciting, like dialing in the fitment or driving the car or whatever. So I'm giving you guys the real unfiltered process of building the car, all of the sucky times included. So yeah, here is the subframe. I managed to just drag it in from outside, just barely on my own. It's really tough to lift this thing with one person. As you can see, I have these 2 rear bushings in. Those are fine. This one, for some reason, like, when I was hitting this one fell out and it went in there way too easy. So that's a little bit concerning. I'm hoping that it was just because I've been heating it up so much and whatever. I'm hoping now it's kind of like come back down to its like actual size and is just like in there snug and isn't gonna like move or anything. Because the last thing that I want to do is put this subframe, go through the whole process, put the subframe back in the car, do everything that I want to do with the car, and then when I start driving it, have some kind of noise because there is a little bit of movement in one of the bushings. That is the last thing that I want, because I don't want to have to pull this thing back out after I've done all of this. And then coming around to the front, this one is the one that is in there partially. It still has a lot of ways to go, and it doesn't seem to want to move. And this side, hi Ari, I wish you wouldn't pant right in the microphone. This side, I still have to get the shim out, which is absolutely miserable. So I'm probably gonna tackle that first. Putting this wood over it, as you can see, it's all like chewed up from me smacking it. This side's been on there and just been absolutely whacking it with this mallet, and it's not having it. But first, before I do anything, or most importantly, before I get really dirty and gross, I'm gonna package some orders and get those ready to ship.
Look, yeah, down low, up top, on my way to the bag at the bus stop. Some blow, some flop. I ain't get my shot yet, but I'm gon' pop. Don't stop, keep going. I got this mantra in my head and make me keep flowing. Pour shots, keep pouring. It's no more vodka in my head, got no release for it. I see a flip, I make a flip.
All right, now that that's out of the way, thank you to everybody for placing orders. I do really appreciate it. Stay tuned towards the end of this video. I'm going to be talking about the new stuff that I have coming for Riverside, which is actually this weekend. So if you weren't planning on attending, it's October 3rd in Chattanooga, Tennessee. It's one of my favorite cities in the whole country. End of this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about the plans for that, what's going on, and what merchandise I have coming in for it. Anyways, let's actually get started on this subframe. Basically, to get the other ones out, what I was doing is kind of lodging this against the edge under there and just like pushing this out, as you can kind of see. It'll slowly bend it, and you keep doing that until this flange is up, and then try and like dig it down further in there, bend it out, like do it the whole way around. It'll take about an hour each bushing to do it, and it's extremely frustrating. But once it's out, so you gotta do it. So goddamn close. Fuck you. Ain't gonna be nothing left of this wood soon. As I say that, Alright, got another piece of wood. Let's try this again. Alright, figured out the magic sauce for getting these in. Don't use the wood, just take the fucking mallet straight to the metal. It'll fuck up the surface and you won't be able to see the sweet Loveless Fab logos on it. That is the only way I can find to get it in there at least. Managed to get this side in there. It is completely flush with that now, so that's good. Now I'll just go over and do the same thing on this side. All right, now that the bushings are in, I'm gonna attempt to try and get the old uppers off. I bought what I thought was the right size axle nut because the internet told me it was like 30 mil or 32 mil 12 spline, which I know it's 12 spline, but I don't know what size it is. So I went and bought one and it wasn't the right size. And I can't seem to find a solid answer as to what the actual right size axle nut is. So I'm gonna try and do it without taking the axles out, but it's really difficult to get the nut off of this right here. Oh, come on. Oh, it's so fucking close. You bitch. Alright, managed to get the nuts off of these on either side. Pulled the ABS wiring off of the control arm, and then this bolt in here physically cannot get something on it, so I will have to figure out what size this is. But I'm gonna see if we can get these bolts out, and then maybe if there's enough leverage this way, I'll be able to get a socket on there. I don't know. All right, so after I tried a 32 mil 12 spline and it was not the right size, went and bought a 36 mil 12 spline and came back here. It looked like it was the perfect fit. Took the pin out, and then when I took the pin out, this little thing that is 12 spline fell off, which is just a cover for the actual bolt, of which is not 12 spline and is 32 mil. So didn't need to buy that, and I didn't need to buy the other one that I bought too. So it worked. All right, so I got the axle out most of the way. I had to unbolt one of the lowers, and I went to try and pull it and fucking sliced open my thumb. So that sucks. I swear every week I cut open a new finger or thumb. But it's basically out. I can pretty much access that bolt now. I'd like to try and do it with the impact just so it's a lot easier, especially since my thumb is now bleeding and won't stop. So for times like this, let me show you the coolest thing about the LS. Come right down here under the front seat, pull this bad boy out. If you have an LS, you already know what this is. Almost, there we go. Oops, sorry. First aid kit, boy. All the things in here to fix anything. Fucking broken arm, slap one of these bad boys on it, crack your skull open, stick some of this in it. Fucking need to remove your foreskin, use this. All right, once you've used a 20-year-old septic wipe and pushed the dirt and infection further into the cut, you're ready to get back to work. Oh my God, that was so much goddamn effort. Alright, well that was a absolute shit ton of fucking work, and everything is all the way fucking torn apart, rust everywhere, just to install these. My back hurts from bending over. No ammo. Alright, so of course, in standard fashion with this car, run into another issue. The bolts that I literally just took out that hold like the back part of the upper control arm in, just went to put one of them back in and tighten it up with the new control arm in, and it got to a certain point where it felt like it was tight, but it was still loose. I was like, okay, well, it's probably just a little bit rusty or whatever. So took the impact and tried to tighten it more, and it would not go anywhere. And now it is completely stuck on there, and the bolt is basically rounded off, and I cannot get it off. I have broken a wrench. Literally, where did it go? It literally snapped, and that was by me doing it by hand. That wasn't the impact that did that. So I now have to cut that out, which I have done that and been through that before on specifically the rear end of this car. All of the bolts are old as fuck, and everything needs replacing, and everything needs cutting out. This sucks. I'm probably not going to bother cutting it out today. I may end off today's video here. Like I said at the start of the video, it is one of those days. So yeah, as you can see, it's in there, the bolt's on there, and it's not tight. I'll have to go buy some new bolts for that and just replace it. I'm pretty much just going to make it a habit from now on that if I pull anything off of this, replace the bolts, because I'm probably going to keep running into this issue. But yeah, that was so much goddamn work to pull all of this shit apart. And I was kind of excited that I would basically just throw it in there, bolt it back up, and put the axle back in, pull the lower control arm back in, and would be good to go on this side. And like I could end off the video on a positive note. Not the case. Anyways, guys, although that sucks, I am going to end off the video on a positive note somehow. Okay, today was rough. It's just one of those days. It's fine. I'll come back over here and take care of it next week after Riverside. Now, I said I was going to talk about Riverside. What's the plans? What's going on? So, Saturday, October 3rd. It's in a couple days' time. I will be a vendor at Riverside, Chattanooga. It's the first Tennessee Pavilion, Tennessee, one of those. It's an amazing event. I highly recommend it if you guys aren't already planning to go. Please come out, come to the booth, come see what's up. I have a lot of booth cars. I had 4 originally, then got up to 8, and I'm probably gonna look around for like 2 more booth cars Friday or Saturday morning. So we're gonna have 10 total booth cars, which is insane. For my second time vendoring, Gatlinburg I had 2, well, technically 4 because I had 2 each day, but it's a one-day show and I will have 10 cars at my booth. Not all of them are VIP cars. There is a good mix of stuff. I really did try to get like all big bodies and do something crazy, but it's kind of difficult at the last second, and some of the cars that I had planned bailed, and you know, plans change is what it is. So we do have a really good mix of stuff, and I pointed out some of the cars in previous videos, but the rest of them I'm going to keep a secret, so you guys will have to come out Saturday and see the cars that are there. Let's get on to the merchandise that I have for this show. As you guys can see, I'm wearing this sick ass green hoodie, which is part of the new drop. I decided through winter I'm gonna do a hoodie on each drop, which is a different colorway. They will all be the classic hoodies, and we'll just change up the color each month. I probably will do like 50 of each hoodie, and then at the end of winter I'm gonna let you guys decide your favorite colorways, and we'll probably keep maybe like 2 of them, and we'll keep restocking those, and the rest of them we just won't make again. So if you don't want to miss out on a certain color that you like, say this army green, cop it while you can. If there's only 50 of them and they're gone, like hoodies are expensive to make, so I don't usually like to do more than 50 of them. 100 is kind of super expensive, especially if I'm gonna end up sitting on it. So yeah, jump on them while you can. Grab one of these this weekend at Riverside. What else do I have? Let me show you. Okay, so my shelves are looking super full. There's the army green hoodies, as you can see. Drive and shoot hoodies, restocked, every size. I have white fitment shirts in a long sleeve now. I have drive and shoot shirts in a long sleeve. I have some burn the house down shirts left still. There's not many of them, so hopefully these will probably all be gone on Saturday. And this is a new shirt. As you can see right here, this is the no fake wheels shirt. Don't take it too seriously. I don't want anybody getting super upset because I don't like fake wheels. The truth is none of us like fake wheels, but I understand some people have their reasons for buying them. That's fine. You guys do what you want. But this was a cool shirt idea, so we did it. Here it is. Got LEP Automotive down the bottom. Got the skull flipping you off. and the no fake wheels. It is a long sleeve too. Super sick, I'm pumped on these, and I know that you guys are gonna like these. So I have to mention, the reason that I had to do long sleeves, one, it is getting cold and long sleeves make more sense, but it is also because COVID has restricted some of the supply chain, and the usual shirts that I get are super hard to get. Like, you can get them in some sizes, most sizes are out of stock, there's delays, etc., etc. So giant pain in the ass. I tried looking around at other shirts, and same deal with any of the other ones that I actually like. I don't use cheap, shitty shirts, which conveniently are all available, but I will not use Gildan or Hanes or any nasty shit. We always try and keep everything quality. Anybody else that has my merch can vouch for that. So I didn't want to compromise, and I decided, let's just do long sleeves because we can get a hold of them. It'll be the same quality standard, but they're long sleeves, and it's getting cold soon. So works out. I think it'll be cool. I do still have some short sleeves in certain sizes from like the previous time I stocked. So yeah, guys, that is pretty much it. Let me just point out the army green hoodies. Obviously, it has the logo across the back of it too. Those are sick. Definitely get those. Well, guys, that's pretty much it. I'm super, super pumped for this weekend. So if you're coming, make sure you stop by the booth, come say what's up, come support your boy. I do just want to say it is really tough right now staying on top of everything. I'm working full-time plus overtime a lot. That's 5 days a week. I'm probably doing like 50 hours or so. Trying to manage all of this, like restocking stuff, planning ahead for drops, coming up with ideas for new drops, designs, etc. Trying to work on the car, trying to do photo shoots, and then just regular adult stuff, you know, chores, grocery shopping, keeping the house clean, looking after the animals, making sure jewelry is good with everything, getting exercise, eating, sleeping on a regular schedule, like just everything is super busy, but that's totally okay. This is part of it. And I love this, so I'm prepared to do anything and work as hard as possible for what I want. So I put all of my own money into this, and then all of the money and profit that I make from it goes right back into it. So I don't pay myself a wage. I don't take a monthly cut. You know, each time I do a drop, I don't take a percentage or anything. I don't pay myself anything. So that's why I still have to work a regular job, and it's a crucial stage of growing a business. You really just have to reinvest, and I'm hoping that in the long run, obviously, I should be able to set this up to be a little bit more self-sufficient and not have to kind of invest much of my own money, and hopefully be able to like pay myself and quit my job and do this full time and focus on making awesome content, building the LS and other cars maybe. That's the goal eventually, is to be able to make enough money off of selling merchandise and growing it further and further that I can essentially quit my job, work full time, doing this, producing content for YouTube and traveling, collaborating, vendoring events, and eventually hosting events and doing all sorts of stuff that can, you know, just add multiple different revenue streams like all into one, and basically make it so I can have a bunch of money to spend on building more sick cars and buy camera equipment so I can make better videos and stuff. I don't care about getting rich. I really just want like a comfortable life where I don't have to worry, but I can also do all of the things that I love, which is build sick stance cars, VIP cars, make dope videos, hang out with you guys, and travel. That's all I care about. So it means a lot that you guys are willing to support, and I hope to see some of you guys on Saturday. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't want to ramble on too much. Thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you Saturday, October 3rd, Chattanooga, Tennessee, First Tennessee Pavilion, I believe. I think it's that. Whatever. Peace, guys.